So, y'all know, my sister, our eldest one, ended up getting COVID. I really thought she was not gonna get it. Like, I was 100% sure. I was like, we got the Lord with us and everything.
Thought it would just end with her?
Yeah, I thought I was the first one, I was the last one. Like, I took it for the team and no one bought squad. Like, just me with the COVID. Even though you finish quarantine and everything, like, you're no longer contagious, you will still experience post-COVID effect. So all of that is still being easily fatigued. You'll have a lot of brain farts.
Fog.
And I'm still getting that from this day, and it's April. Even though I've recovered, I was still recovering.
So basically, after our quarantine, I was allowed back to work, and I had started working. It was on the third day back when Ate Claire did mention that she started feeling ill. Then she went to go get tested that day, and I had to tell my managers again, like, this is what's up. Like, now my older sister is feeling ill. From that time on, like, they cut me out again from work just to wait for her results and then for me to get tested again to see how they needed to take extra precautions for that. But yeah, it wasn't long till we found out that she was positive, and then we had to go through the whole thing again.
Even though it was just like cooking her meals, like at least 3 meals a day, giving her healthy snacks throughout the day, like fruits, things like that. Like, me chopping up those apples took a lot for me, yo. Like, I was like, I was so tired. If you guys saw, like, from the video, like, the
meal clips.
The meal clips were all me. I think the highlight of that was probably when our parents arrived in the city, but they weren't able to come in the house because us as a family, we agreed to not have them come inside the house.
It was just safer.
Until the quarantine was done. We really didn't want to risk them at all. While we were all video calling, we all decided, like, we're gonna put you in an Airbnb and you are not entering this house until quarantine was done. What sucked the most at the time was the timeline of when quarantine officially finishes for my parents was the 23rd.
When we were done quarantine was the time that we were allowing our parents to be back, and that was waging between the 23rd and 24th. And during that time, Ate Claire's symptoms weren't really getting better, and so we were debating whether to prolong our quarantine, because at some point we just didn't know if she could be non-contagious anymore, but she still could be because her symptoms were so bad. But we were just gauging between which day we were gonna do the whole sanitation service from the professionals to come in. Different body takes it differently. There won't be one suggestion or advice that would be given to you. There's multiple. For us, it was more of trusting God and trusting the decisions we make, that they're for the better for her and for us as well. At some point, it emotionally drained me and tired me in a way. I love them and I will always be here to cater to them. But I think there was this moment during Ate Claire that I was just I am so exhausted. I also couldn't really rely on faith, not because I don't think she can do it, but because she's also recovering from her COVID. And like she just said, there is side effects that you still kind of go through and have to get better from, that I couldn't be you'll wake up and make her breakfast, even though I wanted her to, because I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired. At some point, I also had to understand that she needs to rest, she needs to get better,
That's why, if you notice, majority of the vlog video that we just put out was I'm not there. Because I'm constantly sleeping.
Yo, she would sleep throughout the whole afternoon, and I'm awake.
So bad.
Okay, I see how it is.
I was just so tired all the time.
So during Faith's time, we had Ate Claire and I basically cleaned the house, reorganized everything. But with Ate Claire's case, there wasn't much to do anymore. Having to jump between Faith and Ate Claire, it was very exhausting. I've been in quarantine for two of them put together, pretty much a month. Okay, I came back to work after this whole thing, and my coworkers is why'd you look so tired? You've been off for so long. And I'm You tried taking care of 2 COVID patients. Like, it ain't easy. It's not like I'm laying around doing nothing. It is hard when you're really taking out of your norm. For me during that time, it was like waking up, like making sure they're taking their vitamins, making sure they're eating breakfast. And like, what time is it? Is it too late for this? Is it, you know what I mean? But the whole experience, I think, like, made us stronger as sisters, and like being able to rely on one another. Neither Faith or Atikler had to worry about, you know, like, am I being fed today? Like, they knew and they trust that like we were taking care of them outside of their room. Even though we weren't able to be with them physically in the room, like we made ways to still spend time with them, whether it be like watching movies together.
Why do you think mommy cried?
I think it was different when they were away, when they were in the different province and stuff, because they actually can't like be here in a sense. But when they actually were in Toronto and still wasn't able to help us in any other way other than give us food outside the door, I think that's what broke her, because she's so near yet so far.
Because y'all, the way our mom cried, like we could see her from the window and her shoulders were like this.
Like when she's shaking,
like that's how much she was
bad.
sobbing, y'all. I think it really hit her because she's our mom, and as a mom, like you just want to cater to the needs of your children. So to know that she could take care of us, but because of what we're doing for her to protect her and protect our dad, she couldn't take care of us. Yeah, I was like, oh, mom. I'm so bad for her.
What can you say to the people that are watching? A way of encouragement, just something you want them to know, knowing that we've experienced it like twice.
Don't let your head get to you, y'all. Okay, this is for all the people who had to quarantine, like actually self-isolate. I know 10 days seem like nothing, but 10 days, the whole 24 hours just in one room, just that space, like it really messes things in there. And so don't let that negative space, that dark space get to you. Try your best to call up on people who can just be there, even if it's just like being there in silence. Like, call up people. If anything, you'll also realize the people who are there for you. Like, if anything, when I went through the whole COVID thing, I realized how loved I was, and I was so grateful. I remember this one night, I looked at my call logs and it filled up with different names. If anything, I would have never thought that those people would reach out to me. I was very surprised because I didn't know that they would hit me up, you know? This COVID thing will also help you see that there are people who are there for you and you don't even know it. Number 2, these are for my fellow believers. Spend time with Jesus. Like, that was one thing that I really enjoyed, genuinely, and it was like probably my most favorite time of the day. Use that time to spend with Jesus as well. How about you? What's your advice to the people who had to cater to the COVID patients?
I encourage you guys to be strong for them, be strong for yourself, and at that moment, do take extra precaution for yourself as well. It is a challenge to have to give up your time and energy to cater to somebody else, but in the end, it is also to share love, to show care. Like, nobody takes that for granted. They will feel it, they will appreciate it a lot, especially if they're in a situation where they can't help themselves. So yeah, it was an eye-opening experience. All in all, for the 3 of us, we hope our journey and documenting this has encouraged you.
10 out of 10 would not recommend, but
so just do take extra precaution. Always wash your hands, always sanitize. Again, wear your masks, stay 6 feet away from others, and just keep trusting God and ask God for protection everywhere you go. Doesn't matter where it is, ask God for protection and He will cover you. Again, we are grateful for you guys watching our journey, and we are all safe, alive, blessed, and healthy. God bless you all. God is
bless
good all the time. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video,
Leave a comment down below and share it with your family and friends.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell and also follow us on our Facebook and IG, the Vow Sisters.
From your favorite PKs,
Vow. I'm gonna end up including that.